TMZ founder Harvey Levin. Earlier in the week, you'll remember TMZ received an alleged ransom note for the return of Nancy Guthrie. The note claimed to have Nancy asked for millions in Bitcoin, gave 2 deadlines. Unusual, not unheard of. One yesterday, another for Monday. Are there similarities to this new note? A journalist who looked at it said it was well constructed, which was language that Harvey had used in describing the note that they got. Harvey, thank you for joining us here. What is your sense, gut, on whether or not these notes are likely connected to someone who's actually involved as opposed to some sicko looking for attention?
I am increasingly believing that these notes are tied to whoever may have taken Nancy. And I say that because in the first note, they mention an Apple Watch. Well, it wouldn't be hard to guess that she had an Apple Watch because there were photographs of her with Savannah. But it says where the Apple Watch was located. And it was not in a place that you would necessarily immediately think, and that seemed to pique the FBI's interest. The second thing is that it said that the floodlight in the backyard was destroyed. Now, Chris, there is a difference between observing a damaged floodlight and calling it a destroyed floodlight. That word destroyed, to me, and again, I'm taking a leap here, I realize that, but when you say it's destroyed, that may be something you did. If it's damaged and you just see it, you call it damaged. But if there's a light that's illuminating and you don't want to be seen, you kick it, you disable it, and maybe you destroy it. So that kind of, I found that kind of interesting. And it sounds like these two notes are connected. I heard a KLD reporter talking about it, and the construction of the two letters are similar, she says. And I can tell you the structure of the one that I've seen, it is well written, the grammar is perfect, it is structured and layered, and she said she saw the same thing here, and it has the markings that these are written by one and the same.
Sending something to TMZ, I get. Sending something to KOLD is very specific. Harvey, does that pique your interest as it does mine?
Yeah, I heard what you were saying to Elizabeth, and I could not agree with you more, that this is somebody familiar with the Tucson area and is familiar with the local station. And I will go a step further, that, they sent it to us, and we were more forthcoming than KOLD. They were playing it close to the vest, and we got the same letter 12 hours after KOLD did. So it was almost as if they wanted to hear, they wanted people to, some media outlet to talk about more than KOLD was, and they sent it to us. So I don't know if we're going to get this other letter in another 12 hours from now. I don't know, but it feels to me like it's somebody connected to that area where KOLD broadcasts. And, I was thinking of this last night, that, this could be one of two things. It's either somebody watching television saying, oh, wow, there's Savannah Guthrie on the Today Show. She's rich and famous. Let's find a relative. Or it could be somebody who lives in that area and says, Nancy Guthrie, I know her daughter is really famous. It's Savannah, and she lives in the same area. And then they hatch a terrible plan. So it feels to me it's the latter, and that the fact that they went back to KOLD, which has been covering this extensively, reinforces to me that this may be somebody still in that area. We've kind of figured out a radius, but it may be closer to Tucson than the outside radius that we found.
Yeah, you were reckoning that because of the time factor that they used in terms of what they would need to get Nancy back home, it made you draw somewhat of a suggestion about where they could be. The only thing that bothers me about this in terms of the process is the authorities keep shutting down the crime scene of the house and then opening back up again. It's very unusual. Usually in situations like this, they establish a crime scene and it stays like that. until it comes to its conclusion. Hopefully now that they went back to the House, hopefully what they were looking for to coordinate and correlate to whatever was suggested in the letter, hopefully it wasn't spoiled.
Well,
Harvey, this is an unusual one, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean,
give me your take on that, and then go ahead.
It's interesting what you just said. I remember way back when I was covering O.J. Simpson that they had a crime scene. They took the tape down at a point a few days after, and then I remember getting a call saying they may have found the knife in the area, and all the tape went back up. And I remember going there, and there was a lot of activity. So I don't know what it is they're looking for right now, but it's clearly something that they feel is really important, and it's something that they didn't connect to the person who wrote this letter, and they are trying to connect that. So that doesn't shock me that they would reinstitute a crime scene if there's something that didn't seem important that suddenly seems very important.
Yeah, you know, people were asking, why isn't there a lot more camera from all the surrounding community? Well, one, we don't know that there isn't. And two, this is a different kind of neighborhood than where the Kohberger crime. People keep mentioning that one to me in Idaho. And one of the big differences is that the houses are more elevated there on top of the streets in that surrounding area where Kohberger did his wickedness. And there were street side cameras. There was more of a trafficked area than this one is. This is not a place where you're going to see cameras on telephone poles and stuff like that. Ring cameras, home security,
but there weren't a lot of street lights either.
Right, you know, so you got to play the ball where you find it. But look, hopefully this activity is suggestive of something real for investigators, because obviously nobody wants to see this go on any longer than it has to. But it's a weird one. It's a weird one, and not just because it involves a TV personality. Harvey, thank you very much. Appreciate the access and the opportunity. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.